motivates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Let's take a minute here and talk a little Memphis. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find...
Makes the catch down the right side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. To the air on first down. Fires left. It's caught. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He's at the 10, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Razorbacks! It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's on target and complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. Rushes on him. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch.
There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll move the tight end. He wants to throw it again. Fakes the grab on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. He makes a grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Handoff to the lone back. crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to the ground with the running back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Quarterback may change this route. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. From the gun, looking for a man. Makes the grab. And tackled there by the defense.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Using the quick game. There to make the stop, and he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sure hands, it's Adams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. As they they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on second down. Got his man. Plows through the defense. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig suey.
Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking left. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. And we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So the offense stays out there on fourth down. They've got to get it to the next time zone to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers.
Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on second and goal. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. To the air on second down. He's got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The pass play, they hope, would spread the defense out, create a one-on-one opportunity, but they were equal to the challenge.
Yeah, and that's a play the receiver would love to have back. It looked for a second like he might be able to break that tackle and score a touchdown. Just wasn't able to get it done.
Looking for the score. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The official says no good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Snagged out of the air. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Under fire. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They just keep firing. Big fella moving. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Iowa State is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there in Ames, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 28 to Ole Miss. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Safe completion on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Throwing right. Complete downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Razorbacks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Moves around to clear up the vision. Pucks it out of the air. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the big fella. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're working that left side. He'll be stopped short of the line of the game. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Razorbacks will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third. Oh, he's got some space. The Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because In the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The screen, and watch out. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. And the Razorbacks are on the move. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most play.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
And the extra point is good.
Memphis, 21, Arkansas, 13.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the left. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Memphis! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go. It's caught. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now there he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he added the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Under fire. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level.
Breaks into the open on the left. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got it on the run. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On target over the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Running back searching for a hole. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
From the gun on 3rd down. catch in the middle. It's Pitts. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And the Razorbacks trying to cash it in on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Marches ahead. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not a...
Touchdown, Arkansas! Fit it in the window for the score.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. And number 3 is coming soon.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Memphis, 35, Arkansas, 20.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it.
Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate, and late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense. Getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. This time it's complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looking to throw again. Unloads it left. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And for whatever reason, this quarterback has not been able to find his footing in this game. He's one of the better, more talented quarterbacks in the country. Had his guy wide open that time. He didn't have to throw it that hard. He could have just floated it to him for the easy completion. But he's just been off over and over again in this game.
Got a man. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking downfield on first down. Moving away from pressure. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Tiger. Should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Louisiana Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Bulldogs offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 28 over New Mexico State. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down. Snatches it on the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. They want to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Send the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.